We've been trying to write Dr. Strange's paper since he assigned it to us a month ago, and this is how far we've gotten?
Ugh, I'm sick of this.
We know our topic and title, that's about it.
It's so loud inside my head with words that
I'm so tired, and none of these scholars are fitting in my head anymore. From Peter Yokin to Jane D. Brown, it just isn't making sense. Whenever I think about sexting, porn, magazines, TV, and movie ads, all I can think about are funny memories. I think I'm just going to take a nap and try to sleep it off. See if sexting even makes sense to me when I wake up. I should probably just set my alarm to make sure that I'm not going to fall asleep. There we go. Night, night.
This is the strangest thing. That's weird.
I know. I wonder who that is. Oh my gosh, that guy that I met last week just texted me again.
What is it this time?
Here, take a look at yourself.
Oh my god. That's basically sexting. Oh my god. Don't tell me you're replying to that. You did?
Yeah, sort of. Why not?
Is that 10 minutes already?
Finally, it took you long enough. We could really use your help.
Man, I had the strangest dream, but you know, it just might be useful.
Really?
Oddly enough, it reminds me of what Eileen L. Zubbergen from the University of California said. I have it right here. Another concern is that young people, especially girls, who share provocative or sexual imagery of themselves engage in a form of self-objectification in which young people learn to think of and treat their own bodies as objects of others' desires. In doing so, young people may internalize an observer's perspective on their physical selves and learn to treat themselves as objects to be looked at and evaluated for their appearance.
But what the heck does that mean?
Okay. Sexting devalues privacy and intimacy.
Places the user's body up for judgment by the receiver.
This leads to loss of self-esteem and the potential for these images to spread.
Okay, now that we've done one paragraph, I think it's time for a break.
I need to read something other than media theorists.
Agreed.
Cosmo time! I have some in my bag.
Oh, good. Here, thanks. Oh, did you read the column about how to get the sporty guy?
No, I was too busy reading the steamy story at the end.
I swear Cosmo is a girls' magazine, but the entire thing is about guys.
You know what? You're right.
Ooh, I remember. I wrote something down when I was researching.
Great, where?
Oh, I think it was on the quizzes section. Page 42, I think it was. Oh, right here. Jane D. Brown from the University of North Carolina says, although teen, girls, and women's magazines, the majority of advertising and editorial content in these magazines remain focused on what girls and women should do to get and keep their man.
You've got to be kidding with me. Basically what you're telling me is that these magazines tell women what men want and how to give it to them?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I bet you none of those articles are even written by guys. How can they possibly know? I've had enough of this. I'm gonna watch some sports to get away from all the girly stuff.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another commercial?
Yeah, and then after that, we get to watch the greatest game in the world.
Hey, bud. Can you help me out? Thank you.
Icy cool intensity so you're prepared no matter how close you get. Dentine Ice. Practice safe breath.
I swear, every commercial we've seen in the past 5 minutes has had either a hot guy or a sexy girl in it.
I know. Oh my gosh, look, it's the girl from Cosmo. Man, I wish I looked like her.
I wish I could be as smooth as the guy in the cum commercial, or like, look like the Old Spice man.
Yeah, about that. You know what? I think we're onto something with this whole unattainable standards thing. I started listening down about that for Strangelove's paper. Where is it? It's in my Cosmo.
Here we go again.
Ina Gruber of UCLA says,
Although sexual content in the television media has the potential to affect any age group, adolescents may be a particularly vulnerable population because adolescence is a critical developmental period when gender roles, sexual attitudes, and sexual behaviors are being shaped.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Basically, Gruber says that TV affects people of all viewing ages, but particularly adolescents.
Adolescents, the recipient of the majority of ads, are targeted because they are still forming their ideas about the world, and thus their values, aka consumption patterns, can be shaped or altered.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah. Hey, do you know the other day I was watching French TV and I saw the funniest commercial?
No, we don't know. You watching French TV?
You can speak French?
It's actually on TV. Hey guys, look.
Je pourrais avoir le dossier Robin, s'il te plaît?
You know what the saddest part about that whole commercial is? Is that we caught a guy at work yesterday doing the exact same thing.
Is that what we've come to? The fact that we can't even decide on when and where's a good time to watch that kind of stuff?
You know what? That reminds me of something I read when I was researching.
I'm gonna get to the cause already.
Give me a break. Here. Joachim Peter of the University of Amsterdam says, a result that exposure to audiovisual, sexually explicit content on the internet rather than exposure to such content on video or DVD was associated with beliefs that women are sex objects tentatively supports researchers who have argued that, due to its easy accessibility, sexual content on the internet may play a crucial role in the sexual socialization of adolescents.
So basically, Dr. Peter's trying to say that porn is increasingly available via the internet in an increased quantity and in varied genres, neither of which existed via traditional media sources.
This increasing availability desensitizes us to pornographic material, and we are less inclined to think of it as offensive or even wrong in a public place. All we need now is one last quote to tie it all together in our conclusion.
It's like the media's one giant friend telling us what to do. Hey, I know where I'm getting that from.
Oh yeah, that quote, the one that we found together from Carol J. Pardon. She's from the University of North Carolina, I think. In such a context of reticence by controversial sexual socialization agents, the mass media, such as TV, movies, music, and magazines, may be powerful sex educators because they provide frequent and compelling portraits of sex as fun and risk-free. The media may serve as a kind of sexual superpeer for teens, providing models of attractive older adolescents engaging risky behavior that may not be condoned in teen consumers' own peer groups.
Okay, let's try and break this one last quote down together. I mean, we've gotten this far.
I think the first part talks about how the media, and all the forms radio talked about, are a clear source of ideas for what adolescents should do.
And that's where the Superpeer idea comes in. Pardon is telling us that the media is like a friend. It basically tells us what we consider is okay. It's like a friend, but through sexual imagery.
I think the most important part is that the Superpeer can override and even change the values of our friends. It has the ability to shape all our values.
I think we're done here. Let's make a title page and get out of here.